Alrighty, so today is Sunday. It is September, Sunday, September 4th, and I am going to try.
Today is Sunday, September 4th, 2022.
So I'm going to try to get some work done today. So my some of my shipments were delayed that I was expecting, but I got them yesterday, but it was super late. But I finally got my I forgot what this is called, this little card, but I finally got my little card so I can actually my memory card in order to take those photos to put in my deck. I just kind of felt like, I don't know, like stuff was just like not arriving on time. And so then I was not able to do stuff at the time that I wanted to do so. Now tomorrow is a holiday, so I am basically gonna still be working, but my peers are not working, which is understandable. It is a holiday and people need their days off, you know, but it just gives me a 4-day work week. And, you know, I need to communicate with companies to discuss the commercialization of my product, but I can't communicate with them if y'all, nasty thing. But I can't communicate with people because they are closed. So, you know, today I'm gonna try to do some work. Once I get better light, I'm going to try to get these photos. And then after that, I am going to straighten up this room back here, just doing like some personal work, getting just like personal things done. I'm gonna get these pictures once the light is a little bit brighter, because I like to shoot in natural light. And sometimes I do it in like, you know, with light boxes, but I don't have all of my equipment to do that. So I really am gonna need natural light and be able to take these photos, edit them. I also want to edit some videos that I want to post on my social media. And I'm telling you, like, I literally hate social media, but it is a necessary evil. So I try to participate in it and do what I'm supposed to do with social media. So yeah, basically that's what I'm doing today. That's pretty much it for Sunday and this holiday weekend, Labor Day weekend, still doing labor. Isn't that ironic? So it is Monday, September 6th. It is Labor Day, and it's about 9:30. I'm about to have my breakfast. I've been up running around, had to go into my kitchen to pick up some stuff because I am trying to reach out and find more companies that can help me with, hold on, let me straighten my camera out. All right, hold on, let me fix it. Oh, there we go. So I'm trying to find like companies that can help me. Here we go. So I'm trying to find companies that can help me with commercializing this existing product. So like I said last week, I had people helping me with that in the past, but now I really need to like do it a little bit different, ramp it up, and make sure that my 2 new flavors actually pretty much follow the same cadence, if you will. I really want to make sure that my products come out right and that people enjoy them. So I'm going to be sending some samples off today to a company that may or may not be able to help me, but pretty much they want to look and see what I'm currently doing and see if there's a way for them to improve it. And I'm also part of this Slack group where basically if you have a packaged good, then you know, it's a group of us and a lot of resources and information in that. And so I'm looking for help with commercializing my product. So I'm going to reach out to that group. I have a list of resources that I have already been using, but I feel like now I need to find some more because I'm not finding exactly what it is that I want through this list. And I feel like I might be like wasting time. So I just kind of need a direct line of like, okay, here's what, here, go to this person, they can help you with any recipe, they specialize in vegan, you know? That's kind of what like I'm looking for and what I need. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And hopefully the day goes as planned, but my days tend to my days get out of hand and they don't go. Like, I will make these grand plans for my day and literally none of it will happen. So I'm trying to get better every day with all of my tasks that I have on my docket getting accomplished. Not a docket, but you know, on my to-do list. I want to make sure that those things get accomplished. So it's 9:30. I'm gonna have breakfast, watch a little show, then I'm getting straight into my Slack group, asking them some questions, and hopefully I'll get some responses today. And then I will continue on to these photos and this like pitch deck for Starbucks, which has been an ongoing pitch deck for like 3 weeks, but you know, hey, that's business. Anywho, that's the goal for Monday. So the thing to note with food photography is it's not real. Do now is try to get these two in the right lighting and just get some good photos of the sandwich. And the backdrop doesn't matter so much because I can remove the backdrop these days. The backdrop doesn't matter so much these days because I can remove all of this. The main thing is just like getting the right lighting. And I don't have time to set up like lights and all that other stuff. So I'm just gonna try to take these pictures best way possible. Okay, so you can see here this photo that I got, and I'm removing all that back there. So the only thing that you're gonna see are the sandwiches, and then after editing, it'll just be like a little photo of a sandwich and beverage. So I don't get like a ton into like whether it's straight or not, because thanks to editing, you do not have to be a good photographer. You just need to be a good editor. That's all that matters these days, which is so nice. And for those of us who don't want to, or just simply are not able to pay thousands of dollars for photography, we can now do this on our own. And it's so much better. Okay, so here we go. This is a really good one right here. I think that looks really appetizing and beautiful. And then the other thing, okay. Alrighty. So the other thing that I'm going to do is take like lifestyle shots. So these pictures that I just took, I'm gonna remove the background, so it's just gonna look like stock photos. It's just gonna show Starbucks, like this is what we imagine it looking like in your stores. But what I want to do now after this is I want to do like living photos. So I'm going to put the drink and everything up against this window, and I want that to show. I want the backdrop to show. I want it to look like someone has left a Starbucks, taken this sandwich home. Now they're about to have lunch. And I feel like that's the best kind of picture to take, just because, you know, whenever you're trying to sell someone something, you don't show them the truth of what it is, right? It's kind of like McDonald's burgers. They look like this in the commercial and like this in real life. No one would buy the burger if you showed them this real life photo. So I want Starbucks to buy in. So I want to show them the best version of this. And of course, it's going to look totally different when it's sitting down in their stores in real life. But to get their attention, to get their buy-in, I definitely want to make it look a little bit nicer, a little bit more interesting than it would in actual real life. Okay, so these are some images of the final shots. I did a little bit of editing to them just so that you could get an idea of what they look like after the fact. So again, I'm not a professional photographer, but I'm pretty good at editing and removing backgrounds, that sort of thing. So that's what I did with this and inserted into my Starbucks pitch deck. All right, so today is Wednesday. It's September 6th, and this whole week has really been focused on commercializing my product. So I have had multiple meetings this week with various different companies that would be able to help me with my new product development, helping me with the flavor profile, the new nutrition facts, like getting a co-packer, like everything. And I wanted to originally do everything out of my own facility, but everything is pointing me in the direction of just going with a co-packer. So I'm gonna do that. I mean, I've been trying to get a facility here out in this Sacramento County. I've had the city working with me. Like, there's been so many people involved, and it is tough to find a space. And on top of being tough to find an existing space, I really don't want to get locked into these long-term relationships with some of these landlords. Like, a 10-year agreement is insane. And I didn't know that it was insane until someone in my industry who is my peer told me, like, do not sign anything like that. Like, your company in 2 years could blow up. So if you think that they're going to be nice about it, it's not going to happen. So anyway, that has not been going the way that I want it to go. And I now am using a space where we just pretty much do testing out of. So all day, all week, I'm just having conversations with companies who can help me with commercializing the product. So we'll see what happens with that. I am really looking forward to this, and I feel like it's the next logical step to take. I'm bringing in the resources and the people that I need as they become necessary, and especially a food scientist. These people are not cheap. They have salaries into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you are a brand that brings in, let's just say $1-2 million a year revenue, we're not even talking profits yet, you may not have the budget to add on a food scientist for a salary of $115,000 or $130,000, So these are people that you consult for assistance and for support. Again, I mentioned Matson earlier in the conversation. They do projects and they start at $75,000 to do a consultation and help you with your product development and a bunch of other things. Whatever it is that you need, they can help you with, but it is going to start at $75,000. And then I think it's like maybe $30,000 to $40,000 per month after that. But they are hired by McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A. These very, very large companies are who use their consulting services. And even for them, that's still cheaper than having someone on your payroll for 10 years. Alrighty, so it's almost time for my meeting. Please ignore what I have going on between my Shamar Moore braids and the hat. It's a lot, but before I have my meeting, I just like to be prepared. Okay, so it's a few minutes before my meeting about 30 minutes. And what I like to do is get on my computer and just do a little research on the company, just to refresh my mind of like who they are, what they do, so that I can ask the proper questions. And when it comes to consulting companies, you really want to choose someone that you feel like you can trust, and vetting them very well is extremely important to do. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And then I'm also going to make a list of questions. So for me, I still write down a lot of stuff from all of like my meetings that I have. I write down everything. One, because if I don't write it down, then it never happened. And then two, it's just important for me because I just feel like you'll type something and be like, where did I type that at? Did I type that on my phone? Did I type it on my tablet? Did I type it on my laptop? Did I type it on my computer? Where did I put this information? And for me, it's just easy if I keep all of my notes and information in a single notebook that I can go back to and read. And this is just like if I am initially meeting with someone, getting to know whether I'm going to work with a company or not. So once I actually begin working with them, then of course everything is going to be on my computer, everything is going to be in email. So it is in about 10 minutes, so I am going to just do a little prep and then come back and say how it all went. Strongly recommend checking out the consultant's LinkedIn and getting references before you hand over any funds. You are no longer a consumer, and you will not be treated as such once you start a business and do business transactions. Companies and consultants will not return your funds if you are unhappy. As a consumer, absolutely, you get your money back. If you don't like that, Chipotle burrito, they'll return the funds. But as a company, it does not happen the same way. If you're unsatisfied with the job, you still have to pay regardless. Your only recourse as a business that is unsatisfied is going to court, which no one wants to do. Alrighty, so I just got off of my call. And the person that I spoke with, he's definitely able to help me with the product development from beginning to end. The only thing is that they do not find co-manufacturers. And he did mention that pretty much all companies that offer co-packing are pretty much booked across the country, because larger companies have realized, hey, this is a cheaper way to do business rather than having their own facilities with their own equipment, permits, and all of this stuff, that these companies can pretty much do it all for them. So I am now going to go back to looking at finding a co-manufacturer who can help us with our products. So I found a company that does like frozen burgers and veggie burgers as well. So I'm gonna follow up with them and see like if they can do the co-manufacturing piece for us, or do they offer all of the R&D that we need for our company. But I did not get a quote yet. The gentleman that I spoke with mentioned that he would need to get me in contact with his product developer, and she would let me know, get back to me on what the price would be. And I am talking to some other companies, and we'll see who I feel the most confident in and who also has pretty good pricing. Now for me, I'm not looking to spend $75,000. Okay, that is what Matson in the Bay Area charges. They charge $75,000 for the month to work with them. Not what I'm looking for, not in the least bit. So for me, in my head, I have a number based on what I have seen from other companies. I do have a number in my mind from what I have seen from other businesses and what they charge. Now, I don't know if these companies charge us because they are bigger or because they are smaller. I don't know which direction, but the other companies that I've looked at, they just have it pretty much out there for when you send them an email, they send you, look, this is what the price is, because they don't even want to play no games with you. They just tell you straight up. this is our price. And what I have seen from these companies, that it is about $5,000, $6,000 an hour. So I'm gonna hop back on my computer because I have a list of resources that I was privy to. I tell you, I was on Clubhouse one day and I was in a chat of some sort, and this company offered to give all of us on the call access to this document that basically tells you anything you might want to know in business if you have food. So it's a Dropbox document, and I'll let you see, but you can see here, dude, like, oops. But you can see here that it has like business planning, human resources, innovation, knowledge, co-packers, supplements, sustainability, regulatory. It's all these different articles, and you can click on this and you can go in. So like you want to see co-manufacturers. Oops, there we go. So you want to see like how to create an agreement for a co-manufacturer. This is how you do it. And it has like all these incredible samples. Like this is what you put in there. And if you just want to know basically what a co-manufacturer agreement needs to look like, that is in this. Now I can't give access to anyone to this. You kind of had to be there. And hopefully, you know, mofos were in order to see this info, but it's extremely helpful. So this is what I'm using the co-packer specialty directory, and I'm pretty much just going through this list of companies to determine like, okay, what do I need? I need frozen food. I need frozen, frozen products. This is what I need help with. And then finding the list of companies that do this. So I am going to go back through this list to look for a co-packer, co-manufacturer. These words are interchangeable, but I'm gonna go back through that list and look through and see like, okay, well, which one of these people are fitting for what it is that I'm trying to do? How can they help me with this? So I think that what I might end up doing is having to merge together this gentleman who I may hire and the co-packer to come together and say like, look, this is the product that we need made. This is the packaging that we have. Do you have the equipment in order to do this? I have a couple more calls this week to chat with some other companies about like commercializing. I want to get a quote, understand what their prices are going to be, and then just kind of go forward from there. Anyway, so yeah, I'm basically gonna, wait for his email, have some calls later on this week, and then I'm gonna follow up with some of these other co-packers, see if they can help me out. Alrighty, so today is Friday. It is September 6th, and this whole week, I have literally just been doing meetings with companies and independent contractors for commercializing my products. And today is Friday, so I have my last set of meetings where I'm going to talk with, I think it's about 3 or 4 companies today, I'm talking to 4 companies today. And I think I need to schedule some more stuff for next week because literally I just feel like I have not spoken with someone that I feel 100% confident in, and I would like to talk to a company that actually has a manufacturing facility. So some of the people that I've spoken with so far, they have partnerships and relationships with kitchens, manufacturing facilities, and they have people on their team who are food scientists who do the testing and all of that. But I like the idea of working with a company that already has an existing infrastructure where I can go into their kitchen. They have chefs there who are going to whip up my product, where we can sit there and do taste tests, sensory, smell, all of those things and also have like an in-house lab. The thing that's kind of turning me off with some of the independent contractors is that the thing that's like kind of turning me off with some of the independent contractors is that, you know, they are kind of like, in a sense, working from home, and I'm really paying for their knowledge and for them to bring a bunch of different resources together. And that's something that I've done myself before, but obviously there's additional value with these independent contractors who don't have the labs and all of that. The additional value is that some of them are actual food scientists. Like this was their career. This is what they've done. They've done this with companies before. They just don't have their own like standing facility. So I feel like there's obviously like there's so much to gain, but there's so much like knowledge and information for people who are contractors and do this. But then I really, really, really like the idea of those companies that have an existing facility, that also are the co-packers, that pretty much do everything in-house. That's like huge for me. But I'm gonna have the remaining meetings for today, and then there's some others that I still want to like kind of follow up with, reach out to, that I came across a few days ago. And then I am also doing a little bit of prep work for this event that I'm supposed to be doing at the end of this month. So I have 2 events for October. I have a sampling event at this nonprofit that I always participate in, or not always, I've only had my company for a few years. So, you know, we've been participating at this event for this nonprofit, the Alameda Boys and Girls Club, for maybe about 3 years now. And so we really like going there, supporting them, and sampling our products there. Coming up at, I think it's the beginning of October, and I have to get some of my people ready to work that. And usually I work it, but not anymore. And then I am also going to be doing some event, some vegan, World Vegan Day. But, you know, like she reached out to me on Instagram and she was like, hey, are you interested in participating in our event? Maybe you can do like a cooking segment. Maybe you can do like a, you know, maybe be on the panel and speak. And I was like, wow, oh my gosh, an opportunity for me to get on stage and speak and cook. I think I want to do that. So I just finished my first call, and I'm just starting to think that people are under the impression that companies just have cash pouring out of their ready to give to them. This mother told me it would be about 20 to 30K for someone to source ingredients. I'm sorry, what? Like, in English, please. I'm blown away. And I tell you, this is one of the things that I do not like about individual consultants, and this is why I prefer working with companies, because you get a person on the phone who's trying to get their entire salary for the year out of one company. Like, you're crazy. You are crazy if you think that that's about to go down that way. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, and here's the thing. If somebody's paying you, if you have that many clients that's paying you 20, 30K, 20, 30 G's for you to look up where to get some salt from, how do you have time for me? How do you have time for me? If people are out there paying you this kind of money, but you got time to take on law on me? I don't know, something about high numbers, big prices cause me anxiety. I don't like it. Stop telling me stupid numbers. Stop telling me stupid numbers. And the thing that's frustrating is literally no company No company, no good company spends that kind of money. And when they do, it is their friend, it is their homie. There's like something behind the scenes that the rest of us are not seeing. And even like the company I was telling you guys about, Matson, who charges $75,000 to do product development, my friend, Matson's dealing with McDonald's. They are $1 billion company. Like, McDonald's is cleaning up on profits. So for them, for that company, when you pull in billions of dollars, 75,000 is a drop in the damn bucket for them, because they're gonna take that 75 that they pay you to come up with the next chicken nugget or wherever it is, chicken fingers, whatever it is that they make. They are going to then take that product that you develop for them, and they're gonna make money off of it for the next 10, 20, 30, however many years. McDonald's, those little rubber burgers have not changed since they started in the freaking 50s. It has not changed. I think they started in the 60s. I don't remember exactly, but I love their story. But that burger has not changed. So paying someone today $75,000 to figure out, okay, what should we do next? Oh, it's chicken nuggets. Well, if they paid that company 15 years ago 75 G's to help them with developing the chicken nugget and what they should do next, that's nothing. They've made billions of dollars in nuggets. That is absolutely nothing. And I think what people are missing is that they do not understand who their clientele is, and they charge outrageous prices for a clientele that they don't even like understand. You know damn well, if you're charging me $20,000 to $30,000, that your clients need to be someone like Chipotle. And if you don't have Chipotle type clients, then you don't need to have those price points. You need to have a price point for the client that you serve. It's just like designer goods. Gucci serves a certain clientele, and they have a price point for that clientele. They don't say, hey, we're gonna just slap this price on here, but we want to talk to the guy who works at Save Mart about our new handbags, and we want to do some promo in the freaking Bayfair Mall in San Leandro. They're not going to do that. They're not even going to talk to them. They're not even going to engage that consumer, because it's not who they sell to. Don't message me and ask to take on my project when you understand that I'm a small business, and then get on the line with me to then tell me how I should pay you $30,000. If I had $30,000, I bump it up and I go straight to Matson and pay them $75,000 and really get the royal treatment. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to your random on the phone. But I just don't even understand how these people just say these outrageous things. Know your audience. So I had to tell him, I was like, look, I ain't paying that. I ain't paying it. And then he's like, I just want to make sure my people are paid well. That is insane. That is not being paid well. Being paid well is a living wage. And being paid well means you have a robust clientele, not trying to get all your little money from one customer because this is the only person that you have spoken with this month. Anyway, I have more calls later today, and we'll see how they go.